Your passes keep getting intercepted, your teammates can't control what you give them, and you have no idea why. Maybe you think it's your technique, maybe you blame your teammates for not understanding your vision. But let me tell you something, it's neither. Passing isn't just about kicking the ball to someone, it's an art. And like any art, it has fundamentals and principles that most players never learn. Once you understand what I'm about to show you, you'll stop thinking, I just need to get the ball there, and start seeing how to dictate the entire flow of the game. And I promise you, you'll never look at passing the same way again. Let's get into it. Before we get into how to pass properly, we need to talk about why your current approach isn't working. Most players think passing is simple. Point A to point B, easy, right? Wrong. Here's the problem with just doing passing drills. You can hit a ball against a wall perfectly for 30 minutes. You can aim at cones with laser, precision. But the moment you step into a real match with moving defenders and pressure from all sides, everything falls apart. Why? Because drills teach you to pass in isolation. But football isn't played in isolation, it's played in chaos. Think about it like learning to swim. You can practice all the arm movements on dry land, get the technique perfect. But the moment you jump in the water with waves and currents, it's a completely different experience. Stop seeing passing as just a technical skill. Start seeing it as reading the game. Most players are reactive passers. They get the ball, lift their head, scan for options, then pass to whoever looks safe. Elite passers are proactive. They know where they're passing before the ball even reaches them. That's the difference. And that difference comes down to three things, three pillars that nobody teaches you. If you want to transform your passing, you need to master these three pillars: spatial awareness, positioning, and timing. These aren't technical skills. These are mental frameworks that elite players use to control games. Let's break them down. Spatial awareness is knowing what's happening around you before you receive the ball. Most players think they have good awareness, but when I ask them what they're scanning for, they have no answer. They're just looking around randomly. That's not awareness, that's just hoping. Here's a framework that pro players use to scan effectively. It's called BOTS, ball, opposition, teammates, space. Ball, where is it? Who has it? What are they doing with it? Opposition, where are the defenders? Are they pressing high, dropping deep? Who's marking who? Teammates, who's in space, who's making a run, who's available for a pass. Space, where are the pockets? Where can I receive without immediate pressure? This isn't random scanning, this is systematic scanning. You're gathering specific information in a specific order. Next time you're watching a match, don't watch the ball. Watch a midfielder without the ball. See how many times they look over their shoulder before they receive a pass. Count it. You'll notice elite midfielders scan 3-4 times in the 5 seconds before the ball arrives. That's not luck, that's trained awareness. Do this in training. Before every time you receive the ball, force yourself to scan twice minimum. Left shoulder, right shoulder. Build the habit. Now, here's something most players completely ignore. Body positioning. It's not just where you are on the pitch, it's how you're facing when you receive the ball. If you receive the ball facing your own goal with your back to the field, you're blind. You have no options. You're forced to play backwards or sideways. But if you receive the ball with your body open, hips angled so you can see both where the pass is coming from and where you're passing to, suddenly you have the whole pitch available. Think of it like driving. If you're only looking through the front window, you're going to crash. You need mirrors, you need peripheral vision. Body positioning is your mirror. Watch Pedri or Busquets receive the ball. Their hips are always open. They're never square to the passer. They're at an angle that lets them see everything. And here's the crazy part. They position themselves this way before the ball arrives. They're not adjusting after they receive. They've already prepared their body. In training, when you're about to receive a pass, check. Are your hips open? Can you see both the passer and the next passing option without turning your head? If not, adjust your body position before the ball gets to you. This tiny adjustment will transform your passing game. The best pass in the world is useless if it arrives at the wrong time. Timing is about synchronizing your actions with your teammates. And synchronization requires one thing most teams don't do enough: communication. If you pass the ball to a teammate who isn't ready, they'll lose it. If you don't tell them a defender is coming, they'll get tackled. Elite teams talk constantly: man on, turn, time, switch it. These aren't just random shouts, they're coordination signals. Start talking in every training session and match. Even if your teammates don't talk back at first, you set the example. Call for the ball when you're open. Warn teammates when pressure is coming. Tell them when they have space to turn. This builds collective timing, and when your team has good timing, passing becomes effortless. Alright, now we get into the technical part. But notice, we're doing this after understanding the mental game, because technique without understanding is useless. Every pass has 3 phases: preparation, execution, and follow-through. Before you even strike the ball, your body needs to be in the right position. Knees slightly bent, body relaxed but ready, weight on the balls of your feet. Your non-kicking foot should land about 10 cm beside the ball, pointing in the direction you want to pass. This is crucial. Your plant foot determines accuracy more than your striking foot. Position your body at roughly a 45-degree angle to the ball. This allows for maximum hip rotation and power transfer. Common mistake: players plant their foot too far from the ball or too close. Too far, and you lose power. Too close, and you can't get under the ball for lift. This is where most players focus all their attention. But if your preparation was wrong, your execution will be wrong no matter how good your technique is. For short passes, lock your ankle by pulling your toes up and slightly inward. A loose ankle kills power and accuracy. Strike the center of the ball for a clean ground pass. Use the inside surface of your foot. This gives you the largest contact area and most control. Your knee should be directly over the ball at contact for a low driven pass. For long passes, point your toes down and lock your ankle firm. Strike just below the center of the ball to create lift. Follow through with your entire leg, not just your foot. Your leg should swing through toward your target. Your body should lean back slightly to generate the upward trajectory. Where you strike the ball determines everything. Center, choice a ground pass. Below center, choice lofted pass. Off center, forces a curved pass. Elite passers don't just kick the ball. They place their foot exactly where it needs to be for the desired outcome. Most players stop thinking after they strike the ball. Big mistake. Your follow-through determines the weight and spin on your pass. Short, follow-through. Quick, snappy passes with minimal backlift and follow-through, used for rapid one-touch combinations. Long follow-through, full extension through the ball. Your leg should finish pointing at your target, used for driven passes that need to travel quickly across distance. Your arms should naturally spread slightly for balance. Your plant leg absorbs the reactive force from your striking leg. Stay balanced, don't fall over or stumble after your pass. Now, here's why I just explained all that biomechanics to you. Imagine two people doing squats in a gym. One person has no idea what muscles they're working. They're just going up and down. The other person knows exactly which muscles activate: quads, hamstrings, glutes, core. Studies show that the person with mind-muscle connection, who understands what their body is doing, gets significantly better results. The same applies to passing. When you understand the biomechanics, you're not just kicking a ball. You're consciously controlling every element: plant foot, hip rotation, contact point, follow-through. That awareness makes you improve faster and perform better under pressure. Alright, now the practical part. Here are drills that will transform your passing if you do them consistently. Find a wall, take off your shoes. Yes, seriously, barefoot. When you're barefoot, you feel the ball differently. You develop touch and sensitivity that you lose when wearing shoes. Stand 5-10 meters from a wall. Pass the ball against the wall using both feet. Focus on contact point. Strike the center of the ball cleanly. Aim for specific spots on the wall to work on accuracy. Do this for 15-20 minutes, alternating feet. Start close for control, gradually step back for power. Same wall setup, but now step back 15-20 meters. Strike a lofted pass against the wall. As it comes back, control it with your first touch. Immediately strike another long pass. Focus on both passing accuracy and first touch control. This drill trains two skills at once: your long passing and your ability to control difficult balls. Set up two markers 5 meters apart from each other, about 10 meters from the wall. Pass the ball against the wall. As it rebounds, strike it one touch to one of the markers. This forces you to adjust your body position quickly and pass accurately without taking a controlling touch first. One-touch passing is all about body positioning. Pillar 2. You're training yourself to receive with your body already shaped for the next pass. This is where it gets real. You need a partner for this one. You're facing the wall, partner stands behind you. Partner moves left or right randomly. You pass against the wall, and when it rebounds, you must pass to wherever your partner moved, all in 1 or 2 touches. This simulates game pressure. You're scanning to see where your partner is, positioning your body, and executing under time pressure. All 3 pillars in one drill. Work with a partner and practice different types of passes at varying distances. Start 5 meters apart. Short, sharp, accurate passes. Move to 15 meters. Driven passes along the ground. Move to 25 plus meters. Lofted balls and chips. Each distance requires different technique. Short passes, control and accuracy. Medium passes, weight and pace. Long passes, power and trajectory. Mastering all 3 makes you versatile. You can execute any pass the game demands. Passing isn't just about technique, it's about understanding the game. Scanning before you receive, positioning your body to see options, timing your passes with your teammates. Master the 3 pillars first, then work on your technique. Because technique without understanding is like having a Ferrari but not knowing how to drive. Start with one thing from this video. Maybe it's scanning twice before you receive. Maybe it's adjusting your body position, or it's doing 15 minutes of barefoot wall passing every day. Pick one, do it consistently, and in a few weeks you'll notice something. Your passes aren't just reaching your teammates anymore, you're controlling the game. That's the difference between kicking a ball and being a playmaker. On a scale from 1 to 10, how accurate are your passes right now? Be honest and drop it in the comments. And if this helped you, share it. Trust me, they'll start giving you better passes too. Subscribe. I'm breaking down football fundamentals like this every single week to help you dominate the game.